Sheriff Jeff Stiegler is in his second term as the head of the Grafton County Sheriff's Department. During his tenure, hiring qualified and, just as important, uncompromised officers has been one of his top priorities.
We need credible people that can give that compelling testimony when they have to.
Even in the last few years, that process has evolved. With society as deeply divided as he can remember, there can be no stone left unturned when it comes to learning whether prospects are affiliated with or show favor to hate groups or extremist ideologies.
Number one, we owe that to the people that we're serving, that are paying the tax bill to have these people employed.
To that end, the department takes a deep dive into the digital history of applicants.
Everybody leaves behind a digital footprint at some point in their lives.
The forensic investigators can scour multiple platforms for multiple usernames at once. What they find online can fluctuate greatly.
The younger folks, they rely more heavily on social media than somebody that may be in their 60s or 70s. So even though that there's only 5 or 10 years of history on their social media, we may actually have more information because they're publicly putting it out there.
Once a digital forensic sweep is conducted, Special Deputy Todd Cohen steps in. A retired sheriff, he collects additional information on foot.
Where they're from, who they are, their associates, what they do.
Cross-referencing a candidate's social media activity with their inner circle.
Or maybe they're associating with a known person who has a questionable reputation.
You may find that an uncle is involved in with some sort of hate group and is vocal about it on social media, but the reality of it is when you speak to the candidate, they have no affiliation with that relative or friend.
The employee turnover rate at the Grafton County Sheriff's Department is low, but this department helps multiple agencies perform background checks, including any that may require a polygraph exam.
We all work together to try to identify certain tendencies or discoveries that would flag an individual as perhaps not having the integrity to do the profession.
Polygraph certification requires a 3-month, 40-hour-a-week training program.
Mine is a confirmation of, were you truthful in those responses that you provided, the background investigation or the psychological or even a meeting directly with a sheriff.
Sheriff Stiegler couldn't recall coming across a candidate with strong affiliations to extremist views during his tenure, but vetting the people he hires for changes in ideology also comes during annual evaluations.
We come out here, my expectation of my coworkers every day is that they treat everybody equally and without bias. That's our daily objective.